Good afternoon, friends. Let's do a weekly review of what do we think uh, markets could do next week and where opportunities may lie. This is a video which is targeted towards our webinar participants, but we'll be opening it to everybody. So let's look at what the Nifty has done. The important bit is that the Nifty so far has shown great amount of strength because you are not getting the 1200 decline to 400 advancer type of market breadth. So it looks strong, but that is till the US market does not fall further. So I would think that for the foreseeable future, we could be in this range of about 17,450 to about 17,750 and uh, till the next sort of expansion comes in. So from a very uh, short term perspective, intraday, etc., this is the 5 minute Nifty chart, and the 200 here is 17,615, and on the 15 minute the 200 is 17,715. So chances are that we are not going above the 15 minute 200. So at best 17,700 is what we are going to look for. See, basically, while the lowest point of this move may have been seen, but you are likely to get a sideways action in this format, and then we consolidate and have some sort of expansion. It is fairly unlikely that the market just starts to go in this sort of manner, because this is a very, very strong congestion zone at 17,650. So you don't want to get stuck here. So broadly, till we consolidate in this zone, sharp upward movement is unlikely. Now, from a very, very uh, option type of angle, what you would do is you wait for this kind of a range to be formed, and if you go to this sort of S2 zone, you try to trade a reversal, and if you go above R2, again you try to trade a reversal. Now, why the reversal is likely to be same day? Because we are in a range at the moment, and you have this sort of big resistance on the higher side. So in case, let me just show you two types of action. One kind of action is where you are ranging and here if you get R2 or S2, we tend to get thrown back. Now there is another action where the market starts to trend. Now here, if we closed at this R2 zone, next day you again got follow through. So you have, despite closing at R2, another day of upside. So the reversal happened on the third day. This is because in the expansion, the reversal on the first day is more unlikely. So what we need to decide is, are we in any kind of expansion or are we range bound? If we are range bound, then the same day the reversal can be traded. Approximately reversals happen around 10:45 to 11:15. This is the approximate time range. So on both trending days and ranging days, you should look for this sort of time zone to trade a reversal, and then from there you need a sharp decline. So overall, I think we are entering a sideways phase, and in that, opportunity will happen if you have a sharp decline or sharp rally on one side and then take the other side of that trade. So first of all, we need the market range to be formed, and then we wait for these sort of extreme movements. We have taken home 17,500 calls, and possibly post the market open, if we are able to get 17,650, etc., we would take it off, because the opinion is that we are not getting into a expansion, and we could be sideways for a bit before the market decides its next move. Even on Bank Nifty, we are not getting big candles on the downside. I mean, you did 800 points on one day and immediately same day you reversed. So, this is not a very negative setup. But are you going to run up immediately? That I don't think is a likely scenario. So even here, what you look for is the 15-minute 200, that is about 37,650, and the 5-minute 200, that is 37,480. So somewhere in this zone, 480 to 650, you should find resistance, and you should look for a sideways action to form here before we get our expansion. So in this case, particularly on Bank Nifty, sometimes the volatility is so high that you will get R2, S2 on individual days on a gap up or after the market opens, And again, 10:45, 11:15 would be a time where you look for reversals. Having said this, the weekly chart on Bank Nifty still looks positive. We haven't broken last week's lows on either Nifty or Bank Nifty, and that is a sign of strength. But possibly that does not mean that you run up immediately. Uh, for the moment, let's look at some different sectors and see what's happening. This is the Nifty Junior Index. So again, very small bars and nothing massively bearish about it. The IT index, again, the correction continues. Even here, the bar size has reduced. So again, I wouldn't expect immediate run up, but a sideways action to play out here. PSU banks are looking positive, and it appears that at some point PSU banks could perform well. So instead of private banks, PSUs is the place where we look. Private banks have had a mild rally, but I think even here, at some point after a consolidation, we should come out on the upside. This is media. This is the consumption sector. Again, very orderly correction. Nothing really to be worried about. Autos, again, mild correction and came back strongly on Friday. This realty space is moving sideways, and sooner or later, I would think that this will go back up again. The energy space, power, etc., these are stocks which are doing well. It's been going up even while the market has fallen. Now the pharma index is consolidated extremely well, and again, this could be one of the leaders out of this correction. So these are the stocks you watch out for. Commodities, I think cement is doing well. Metals, etc., are not falling anymore now. So again, the metal correction has become sideways, and unlikely that metals are really going to decline very sharply from here. NBFC is also very mild, orderly corrections. So broadly, the market is in a range, and the lower end of the range we have. Now, what is the higher end of the range? Is it 17,650 to 700? This we'll find out, but I think Monday could be a good day to take some off and then watch what happens, because the bond yields are down to about 1.465. Dollar index has also cooled off a little bit, but not greatly. So my point is very simple. What has changed in the US on Friday? Inflation there came higher. Yes, the Merck drug has been sent for approval, but that is a one-day type of story. The big, elephant in the room, inflation is still on, and you have an RBI policy here also. So central banks are now slowly getting worried on inflation. This is the S&P 500. You can see here that you made a low here on 20th September, retested that low, and you got a decent bar. Now, what kind of follow through we get of this bar is what you want to see. Does it go up a little bit and then come back down, or does it keep going higher from here? My guess is that we go up a little bit and then come down, and that will have a bearing on our markets. So that way, I am not sure whether we are ready for new highs immediately, and I think we are going to go sideways before we do anything else. So that should be it. And for options buying, look for sharp declines, because you will have your gap ups and gap downs, and because you are likely in a range, the market will not show you follow through and reverse to go back into that range. So what the principle that we are following is that you have market trading in an equilibrium between S1 and R1, and only once this equilibrium breaks on either side will you get expansion. While you are in this range, all excursions outside this will get beaten back. So that is the sort of formula that you should be on, particularly if you are trading on options. Medium term, again, you can buy options for the next week, but understand that the market may not have bottomed yet. And generally, October, somewhere later in October, bottoms are formed, and that is the place that I am looking for, that the market probably needs consolidation both here and in the US before we start to come out. And if inflation is going to bother you, then that will put a lid on the upside of the market. And that way, boundaries are probably getting clearly defined. 14, 17,450 to 17,800 maximum, and 37,000 to 37,700 maximum. So, you have to be opportunistic to be able to make money. I don't think getting out of portfolios, etc., is needed at this level of correction. You should continue with your SIPs, etc. That is the advice we have given to our clients. And since the mid cap space is not falling greatly, chances are that you will not get a damage on the mid cap. What can happen is that large caps get into a range, while mid caps, they could have a good time, because if the market has now realized that it's not going down but moving sideways, then mid caps will pick up. That should be it for right now. Take care, trade well, and we'll see you tomorrow.